would you put Son on the right?
I'm not listening to someone who put
Martinelli
who put
and
Dyer.
start Martinelli.
Someone who put Dyer.
Dyer is not as bad as you doing what you just did.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Dyer, Højbjerg.
No, but Dyer is not awful. You can't say like Dyer is bad.
It is. Nah.
What do you mean nah?
Yeah.
You literally put
Dyer is
Son.
better than Son.
That's like saying has Dyer
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Dyer better than Son? Are you dumb?
What is this?
Are you dumb?
What is this?
Are you dumb?
What the hell is this? What are you saying? Is Dyer better than
Is
Son?
Højbjerg and
What does the
Dyer's
hell
level near what Son's level is? No.
What
So
the
then
hell
what are you
does that
talking
mean?
about? Who would want a game
don't even
tomorrow?
compare to
If there's a game
let's get
tomorrow,
this front.
if there's a game tomorrow, if there's a game tomorrow,
They don't even
Why
start
are you
together.
comparing wingers
if
and
there's a
centre
game
backs?
tomorrow, you'd rather Højbjerg and Dyer not be in the team.
Dreams to be on the show. He would sell out the other show. Mum's like,
Yeah, he would. Okay, we should probably start. It's 7 minutes.
7 minutes of absolute cancelled shit.
We're fucked.
I would die if he saw this shit. So, only because, not because what you guys said, because agreed.
Yeah.
I start record from 8 minutes.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. You're back at Let 'em Shoot, your Thursday night fix of football. I'm here with some of my good friends. To my right,
Tom, Canberra's Luka Modric.
wow, that's a nice one.
I'm in my dad's 93-94 Rangers shirt.
It's not pause.
It's
Imagine
not.
imagine if a TikTok someone like, what's a TikTok? The internet cuts out. I mean my dad. Yo, Tom, you did it. Yo.
Tom, I like your jersey, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Nah, it's nice. Nice shit. What's that? Real Madrid.
Yeah, close. To my left,
Elon, I'm back. Got a new job. I'm going to the moon. For those who actually care about my life, I like this new job. It's sick. Whoever tells you working off a job is boring, they're boring. It's not the job, they're boring. Samuel, what's
Samuel, Pangas Tech is slowest to 1 million followers. That's me. Was sick for a bit, but I'm back. I'll never miss an episode. Let's go, baby. Let him shoot to the moon.
this is the first time we've had this starting lineup, I think. So
Yeah.
take it in.
very
Pause.
diverse.
Yeah. Tell us what you think of it in the comments.
Yep.
Before we start, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, like, and share, and subscribe.
And then comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Yep.
Tom, what do they got to do?
Share, like, and subscribe.
There we go.
So,
Prem's back this weekend. You guys excited or you were still loving Nations League?
yeah, I liked it. Chelsea didn't have to lose again.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of lit.
Tom, happy?
I'm sick of the Nations League.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't understand the
I don't
Nations League
understand
at
it.
all.
And I'll never take the time to try and understand it either.
Yeah. Gives a shit.
How the hell is Scotland getting promoted? To what?
To what?
But they're not even in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
They're
not in the World Cup.
They're going into the next tier.
Oh, they took
Yeah.
England's spot.
So England getting relegated, Scotland going up.
Yep.
Yep.
What's the punishment for getting relegated?
The what?
The punishment for getting relegated. What is it?
You go down
Nothing.
the
You
division.
just get relegated. You just get relegated.
Not that there's no Queen. England's gonna be turned on its head.
Yeah.
Brexit in, baby.
Opposite of what will happen. We got some big games this week in the Prem. North London Derby,
Mm-hmm.
Manchester Derby.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll start with the North London Derby because that's the biggest game in English football history.
It's not, but yeah.
More top of the table than the Manchester Derby.
True.
That'll probably be the
That's
first
true.
one.
True.
First time ever, probably.
Arsenal go into the game in first,
Mm.
Tottenham in third. Both had very good starts to the season, but I feel as though Tottenham maybe haven't got out of third gear.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up points, but performance-wise, I don't know, still a bit iffy. Which is also a good thing because they're unbeaten.
Yep.
So we're going to do our North London Derby combined 11. And that combined 11 is going to be made up of who you would take right now. If there was a game tomorrow, who would be in your side? So you can base it on form. You can base it on the player's quality. You can base it on a whole variety of things. But it's who you would take right now. So form does come into it. It's not just who is the better player overall.
Okay.
But you can argue it however you'd like. So we'll each present our pick. We'll vote. We'll get through this. We'll smash it out. Let's start with in goals for this big fixture. We'll start with Tom.
Don't ever let anyone tell you Hugo Lloris is a good goalkeeper because he's not. I don't care that he captained his country to a World Cup victory. It means nothing to me.
Doesn't mean anything.
It absolutely means nothing to me. The most overrated player in Prem history. He's nowhere near my team. My goalkeeper is Aaron Ramsdale.
I think yeah.
Mine is Ramsdale as well.
Same.
But I just wanted to say that if you ask any Spurs fan, why is Lloris better? The first thing they say, he's got a World Cup.
Yeah. It's not about his shot stopping. It's not about anything to do with being a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
No, he's got a World Cup in 2018,
And you know,
which is almost 5 years ago.
you know what I've noticed on TikTok especially. I don't know where all these Hugo Lloris fans have come
Stands.
from. Like
Yeah, they love him.
will
They
die
love him.
by Lloris.
Yeah.
And they still don't have a single argument for why he's a good
Facts.
goalkeeper.
And they forgot Eder scored from halfway against him.
Yeah, so
So
Halfway. He trickled in as well.
we can name so many other keepers that have been lobbed.
He literally trickled in as well.
Yeah. Like, like, you know, when the tap's just about to close?
Yeah.
Like the last bit.
Yeah, like this.
Blub, blub, blub.
Yeah.
so we got unanimous for the first one. We're all
It's easy.
agreeing.
Ramsdale.
It's easy.
Ramsdale was in. He's our keeper.
Yeah.
We don't need to speak too much about him, but he's great goalkeeper.
Improved so much in the last 2 years.
Improved
Yeah.
Arsenal so much as well.
Absolutely.
You'd never think it. Back-to-back relegations. And here he is.
That's
Now
what it does to
Nations
you,
League
man.
relegation.
Yeah.
That's it. When the tough get tough,
Yep.
Yep, the tough.
He's just
get
sticking to his
tougher.
routine.
the tough get tough. That's it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, thank you.
Yeah.
See, guys, another pro tip from me.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to your routine.
Yep.
Where was he at?
He was at
It's the
Bournemouth.
same tip
And
from
He was
Sheffield.
last
at
week.
Sheffield.
Yep. Look where he is now. Top
See?
of the world.
Top of the world, top of the ladder. We go to right back. This one is difficult because there's probably 3 players in contention.
Yep.
Samuel.
I'm going to kick it off and say he's been extremely solid. New position for him, but Benjamin White at right back.
I've also got Ben White as my right back. I could have gone Tomiyasu, but I just based it on this year. I based it on Ben White's ability, his ability to play well all across the back line. But this year he's been great, and that's been all at right
He's
back.
put a solid 7
At
for
least,
me
at
every
least.
game at right
Clamped
back.
up good players at right back.
And also,
Zaha's
He's-
locked up.
his only competition is Tomiyasu because it's not Emerson. I'll tell you right now.
Not even
You can say
close.
however you want. Emerson's played this season, but Emerson is a awful defender. You've seen him in Champions
Calamitous.
League. You've seen
Calamitous.
him defend because he's poor. Going forward, sometimes he looks alright.
Emerson is Semedo.
yeah,
part
2.0.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So Wolves Semedo part
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Fake
Yeah.
Brazilian.
Yeah. Bud,
Yeah.
who's yours?
I hate to say it about Ben White as well. I don't like that he's right back.
You were-
Yeah, it's like a weird thing.
Yeah, it's not nice.
But I think his performances have just been
Yeah.
too good to leave him out in that.
And I felt
That's
like
true.
And maybe
Arteta.
Tom has left him out.
I'd just put Tomiyasu.
Okay.
I just
okay.
think that he comes straight back into right back when he's fit.
Fair enough.
For me though,
I just see,
Tomiyasu.
but there's like when Ben White plays, you can see that he's unsure whether or not he's meant to press wide or he's meant to drop deep.
Yep. I agree.
And there are players that can get space against him. And going forward, he's not as good as Tomiyasu. Defensively, obviously, he's extremely solid.
Yeah.
And the good thing about Ben White is it actually allows Arsenal to go into a 3 when
That's what I was about to
Zinchenko
say.
moves it up
Yeah.
when they have possession.
I think if it's
So-
a traditional back 4 and it's like you're playing as a right full back for any team, it would be Tomiyasu. But because Arsenal do drop into that 3, Zinchenko goes into midfield, it's like perfect.
it
But
is.
also, Tomiyasu hasn't played consistently since halfway through last season.
Yeah, injuries. Yeah.
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 And injuries and fake injuries.
And gamble.
His gambling issue that he
Yeah.
had. But I don't know. Tomiyasu, I think he was great while he was at Arsenal, like while he was playing. But I think since then, he's come out of the side and I haven't really noticed with Ben White in there.
True.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But you notice when Ben White wasn't playing there last year, we had Cedric there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely.
He
Yeah.
was hell on earth.
But there we go. 3 Ben White votes, puts him in at right back. Emerson in the bin. We're going to go to right centre back. Bud, right centre back.
All right. What foot is?
Just pick your right centre back, cuz. Do you want me to pick mine?
Yeah, you
Will
go
help
first.
you. At right centre back, I've gone with someone who I think is a top 3 centre back in the Premier League.
Yep.
And he doesn't play for Arsenal. I've gone with Christian Romero.
Sorry.
On the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays right.
He's left-footed, but
Christian Romero plays right.
He's
for
right
Tottenham.
footed. He plays in. He does play.
He
in
plays
the
right side.
Yeah.
He plays right of a 3.
Yeah.
So I put him there. Obviously, my left centre back is going to be
The other
who
one.
you all have.
Okay. I've done them the other way.
I've done it the other way as well.
Okay, so I'll just say them both.
Just saying both.
Yeah.
My 2 centre backs in this pairing: North London derby. Right, Christian Romero. Left, the best centre back in the Premier League at the moment, Willie Saliba.
That's why I've gone the exact same.
Yep.
And
same.
believe me, I really wanted to go Saliba Gabriel, but Romero is, I think, too solid to leave out. And, and for me, I just wanted to make it a bit more even because I've gone predominantly Arsenal all the rest of the field. So that's why I
Hold on.
Romero.
You guys are missing one player.
Okay, you have not put Dyer in.
He's not.
You guys are missing one key player to why Tottenham are so good this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The main centre back in the middle of the back 3. The buzz cut phenomenon. Eric Dyer.
So that's your
It's
centre
not-
back.
he's not
That's my
getting it.
right centre back. My left is Saliba.
Okay.
Eric Dyer is not even half the player Christian Romero is.
Okay,
by the
but
way.
Gabriel.
we're not going off. I'm going off form this year as well. That's my reasoning for
I'll
Dyer.
agree with you. Eric Dyer is one of the most informed centre backs, but we've seen Eric Dyer play in a 4,
Yeah.
and he's
You can't.
terrible.
Eric Dyer after 7
That's why you
games.
pair
in
him
a-
next to Saliba. That's
He's
why I put him next to
terrible
Saliba.
in a four.
It's not just one defender at the back. It's
Nah,
2.
mate.
That partnership would work.
Dyer's not
It
better
wouldn't
than
work.
It would
Romero.
work amazing.
It would not
Amazingly.
work.
He's not better
Romero
than Romero.
is rash. You're gonna get a red card or a pen.
Dyer is as rash.
No, he's not.
Dyer would have more reds in his
No, he
career
doesn't.
than Romero
Nah,
for sure.
no. I could put money on that as well.
I'd
Tom.
love to put money
All
on.
right, let's go.
Dyer
Easy.
can't
after
just-
this, we'll talk.
Yeah.
Dyer, because he's adequate now, does not warrant
In a
people
back
I
three.
pretending
just saw
he's
Conte
good.
say, Dyer's my favourite player in
Yeah,
this team now, and was like, yeah, he's good.
It does not warrant whatever this Dyer hype is. He's gone up from here to here. He hasn't gone from here to here.
No, he went
He's
from shit to good.
shit to
No,
playing
just to good
adequate.
to playing.
Romero's great.
You put
Yeah.
Maguire in that
why is
Tottenham
Romero
back
great?
3, and he's doing the same job as
Yeah.
Dyer.
Who?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maguire.
I don't think so. I think soon enough we'll see Dyer start for England. Maguire on the
That
bench.
ship sailed,
No
mate.
chance.
Eric Dyer
That ship
fans,
sailed.
my Tottenham brothers, you know what to do.
They'll be
Comment.
upset you didn't put Christian Romero in.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they will.
They are on this
Leaving
Dyer
out Christian
train.
Romero is your first howler, and we're in the back 4.
And putting Eric Dyer in there is the second howler.
What do you mean?
Well, the votes are in, and the back line.
This year, Dyer
Our
has
2
been better
centre
than
backs
Romero. You're
is-
talking about
Yep.
Saliba and Romero.
Yep.
Those are who are locked in. We'll go to left back, and you have a chance to redeem yourself. Bud, who is the left back?
Ryan Sessegnon.
Oh my!
Oh my god! What does Denai say? What does Denai say? Hello.
I'm not aboard this Zinchenko train bullshit yet. Like,
You could have said Perisic.
Sessegnon's not better than Perisic.
You could have said Perisic, and we
Perisic
would
is
have
not-
been
he's a-
okay.
nah, but Perisic has not been playing consistently
You forgot
enough
about
yet.
Perisic, didn't you?
No, I've thought about him, but he hasn't been playing enough
Do you
yet.
say it not on this Zinchenko? Zinchenko is
Bullshit.
a great player.
You've watched
He's a great
Excellent.
player, yes, but not a good left back.
Yes, he is.
No,
he was
he's
a
not.
good left back for City,
No, he
and he's
wasn't.
shown at Arsenal that
He's a
he
good
can-
left-
is
he's a good
still
left back.
Still a good left back.
Zinchenko is a good left back if your team plays possession based.
You have
Any
to
other
take.
team-
So what the
But
hell
City-
is Sessegnon?
If you play for any other team but
Sessegnon
City,
plays wing back as
if
well.
you play for any other team but City and
Arsenal.
Arsenal,
So now,
so City 2.0, Zinchenko as well.
so we've gone from a player having to prove themselves at one club, then having to prove themselves at 2 clubs, but now proving yourself at 2 clubs is not enough.
No, I'm not saying he's not
And
doing
proving
anything
yourself
good.
for
I'm
about
saying he's good.
19
but I'm
minutes
just
of
saying I'm not
football.
jumping on this bullshit
But then
yet. Too many
Sessegnon-
people jump on this shit too early.
Sessegnon can play inconsistently at left wing back.
It's not inconsistent this year.
Of course
he's been
it is.
consistent this
He doesn't
year.
even start.
He
every
doesn't
game.
start every game.
He started more games than the other person you just mentioned, Perisic. So who else am I meant to pick?
Zinchenko
Or Tierney.
or Tierney.
Tierney hasn't played more games than Sessegnon.
Of course, but
Tierney is better than Sessegnon.
I've
Of
said it.
course he
If you
is.
go back into video,
And I'm
I don't
Tierney's
like
biggest
Tierney at all.
hater ever.
I
And-
don't like Tierney.
That's rough.
All right, so Bud had Sessegnon. Samuel, you had Zinchenko.
Zinni.
Tom, you had Zinchenko.
Of course.
I had Zinchenko as well because it's just basic ball knowledge, I think. Basic football knowledge would have you pick Zinchenko over
Especially
Sessegnon, who's Best position is left wing back, where he's played well for 3 games in his whole career.
Yeah.
At Fulham, he played on the wing.
Yeah.
Now for Tottenham, he plays left wing back, and you've picked him at left back.
Yeah.
Over 2 left backs and another left wing back.
Over one and a half left backs. Correct. Yes, you're right.
I feel like if you're someone like Zinchenko and you can come into a side and have the impact he's had on not only the playing style, not only the players around him, someone who's going to get mentioned soon is
What do you
playing
mean?
his best football.
Yeah, and it's not like
Because
he's getting rinsed
Tini-
defensively either.
When
No,
Tini's fit,
never.
when Tini's
Ever.
fit, which is going to be soon,
He is fit. Yeah.
Zinchenko's not starting at left back.
Zinchenko will
So
start.
why
He
the hell you
started
guys
over
saying
him when he
Zinchenko
was-
this, Zinchenko that?
They were both fit.
They were both fit, and
started.
Zinchenko
No, but I'm
started.
saying give him a bit, and he's going to be starting. They're better.
They're
left
top of
back.
the league. Why would they drop Zinchenko to play
You
Tini?
just wait, just give it a bit.
Okay, so our left back locked in is Zinchenko.
I'm so sorry, Session Young, but yeah.
Zinchenko. So we've locked in our back 4 and keeper at the moment. We got Ramsdale. At right back, we got Ben White. Centre backs, we got Romero and Saliba. Left back, we got Zinchenko. So it's pretty Arsenal dominant at the moment.
And deserved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially take into consideration back 5 tax and having one of the best defensive coaches, Conte. That's the reason Tottenham are who they are defensively. It's not because these players have magically become world class.
That's true. Let's go to DM. Let's go to your deepest lying midfielder, Bud. You can redeem yourself again.
Okay.
He's going to fuck this up, isn't he?
So my deepest lying midfield of the 3,
Mm-hmm.
Højbjerg.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, he's fucked this up.
If you're telling me Arsenal's gonna have, no, you know what? Yeah, I'm saying Højbjerg, my deepest lying midfielder
Okay.
right now. There and then.
For me, I'm just going to jump straight in and say Højbjerg's not
let's
the
just
player
get rid
that
of
I
that.
think you think he is.
No.
And he's definitely not. I don't think he's the player that people magically think he. If Højbjerg was black, I'm telling you, on my mother's life, he would not get near the recognition he gets. If Højbjerg, all he is a player who runs a lot and tackles hard. That's literally, he never progresses play, never breaks
He's had a good
lines.
start to the season, but I agree
Yeah.
with you.
He got nominated for Player of the Month last
He's
month.
been good. Deservedly.
He's not. It's not
Not
deserved.
deserved.
It's
It's
hell
not
no.
deserved.
It's not
I didn't say
deserved.
the
He's
winner.
good. He's
I said
not
he's
deserved.
nominated.
Anyway,
He's been good.
my
He's
deepest
been good for their
midfielder.
midfield.
My deepest midfielder
only option.
is probably the most important midfielder to a team
Yep.
in any team in the Premier League,
No.
and it's Thomas Partey. For me, Arsenal look like half the team they are when he's not there. You saw the game he didn't play against Man U. They looked nowhere near the same.
They
as
couldn't
they
get
are
out.
now.
It was impossible
Thomas
for them.
Partey is by far one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, and people are going to think I'm talking shit, but watch him play because he's so important to that team.
Yep.
Tell me you have Thomas Partey as your...
Yeah, I've got Thomas Partey as well. I think it's a no-brainer. I would never pick Højbjerg if my life depended on it. But yeah, Thomas Partey's just different. I mean, he had his injury struggles when he first came to Arsenal, and I think people sort of read him off a little
Yeah.
bit and said, and to be honest, myself included, I think that, people sort of overlooked him and he couldn't really show himself. He was in and out of the team. He was never really fully fit, but now that he's fully fit, man, this guy's just different.
He's the midfielder.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, for me, Thomas Partey is a top 3 defensive midfielder in the league.
Yep. I agree.
When he's
Agreed.
he's incredible. He does everything in that Arsenal midfield in terms of building up play, and I think without him, Arsenal drop
Significantly, yeah.
significantly. So I think you have to have him in the side. Like Tom said, no brainer, no brainer.
And
I think he could still
and
play.
the thing is, you said when he's on, he's on. For me, he's rarely not on.
Yeah, that's true.
He's either injured or he's on.
Yeah,
The way that he can just break lines and other teams can't press him, and the defensive stability he brings for the midfielders in front of him and for the back 4,
Yeah.
he has so much effect. My ball knowledge is tapped at the moment.
So we have Thomas Partey locked in at 6. Bud has almost nobody in the team.
It's robbery. It's daylight robbery.
We'll go to Samuel.
It's daylight robbery. I see what it is. It's
Who
two
is your-
Liverpool players ganging up on the one Chelsea? again.
Who's your next midfielder, Samuel?
For me, this is someone I'd never thought I would ever put into a Premier League 11, into a combined 11, into
Mine's
a
the
side.
same.
I wouldn't even put him into the Arsenal 11. But here I am, sitting now, about to say Granit Xhaka. he's been phenomenal this season. If you look at his positioning, he's playing a lot higher up. I mean, MJ sent me an article the other week saying Arsene Wenger said he was a number 8 when they signed him. He wasn't a deep midfielder, and we're seeing it now that Granit Xhaka, higher up the field, thanks to Zinchenko, thanks to Thomas Partey, this guy is playing phenomenal at the moment.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Absolutely. I can't sit here and tell you I told you so.
Because you did.
Because I never.
Yeah.
There was periods where...
That'd be a white lie.
Yeah, where I was watching this guy week in, week out, and I was confused how so many managers would continually play him regardless of performance, regardless of output, regardless of what he does for the team, regardless of how reckless he can be. But this year, he's our most consistent player every week for this season.
Yeah.
Never injured.
Ever.
Like he's just doing everything possible to stay in that team because he's been outstanding. And I think the biggest thing that Jacques has done is he has got Arsenal fans to like him.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
What a
how.
turnaround.
Like
How?
You know,
This guy took off his shirt and threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
walking off.
He got the
did
captain's
this.
armband last week.
yeah,
He
yeah.
And no one even mentioned it.
No.
Because Arteta came out after and said he's a leader. And even
He
everyone
is.
that watched the
He
All or
is.
Nothing,
Yeah.
he's probably
He's the one who
biggest
talks.
leader.
Yeah.
In the change room.
He's the one who gets
biggest
them all
leader.
going in the change room. He's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his leadership quality. And obviously I'm not going to sit here and do the whole leadership thing. Like I'll often ridicule players who are only leaders, but this season he's been on the ball, incredible. Just going forward, he's picked up positions that normally he's never near. And I guess he doesn't have to do that much defensive work if he's consistently playing next to Tom's Partey.
You know what it is? You can't let him think too much.
Yeah.
You just got to let him play off instinct because when he was deep, he had 3 or 4 options in front of him and he just didn't know what to do. The guy was spraying passes out because he was playing in between 2 players. Now he's just playing on pure instinct, higher up.
Yeah.
He's got so much more pressure on him and he's picking the right pass every single time.
And he's got the
Scoring
support
goals.
around him.
Yeah, well said, Tom, man. Well done.
Bud, who is your number 8?
Come on, man.
It has to be
I
Xhaka.
can't F this one up.
Yeah.
Xhaka.
Yeah.
Wait,
Is
so
that- Yeah.
Partey doesn't get in the team for you?
No.
Oh,
Well, he's not a good 10, is he?
Bro,
You think Partey's a good 10?
bro.
If you can justify why he's a
You're
good
not
10,
saving
I'll
it with
swap him
that.
out right now.
You picked,
You're not saving it by
picked
saying
Xhaka
that.
and Højbjerg over Partey, and neither of them are better than him. So, whatever.
Like I said, if you can convince me he's a good 10, I'll put him 10 right
Why would
now.
I need to? You just put
I
him in
reckon
his
at the
position.
start of this thing, there would be 3 players that I'm like, they have to be in the team. 3 players in this North London that have to be in the team. And so far, you've left 2 out.
Yeah.
But anyway, our number 8 is Granit Xhaka.
He's like the Latrell Mitchell of Arsenal.
Yeah.
Shout out Rabbitohs fans.
I kind of like
Follow a bit.
He is.
Looks like him with beers.
Our number 10. I'll start because I've done a bit of.
Oh, you did
I've
not.
done a bit of funny buggers because I care more about one player than another.
You
My
did
number
not.
10 is Harry Kane.
No,
Oh,
you're
fuck
a piece of shit.
Fuck off.
I've done a bit of
shit.
cheating
You're a piece of shit.
because
This is gonna
we've
override
seen Harry
everything
Kane
else.
play in the 10.
no.
no,
many
no.
times last
You're a
year.
piece of shit, mate.
Nah. He's fucked.
Honestly, you're a piece of shit.
Player for player, him and Odegaard, magnificent. But
you're a
player for
coward.
player,
You're-
Harry Kane
you
You're a
are
fucking
number one
coward.
coward.
You're a
and
coward. mate.
Odegaard are in the team.
You're number
And
one
I'd prefer
coward.
to have Harry Kane in the 10 so that somebody else can be in the 9.
So far, this is probably the biggest howler of the episode.
No way.
What does Denai say? Howler.
No
Nah,
way.
you're a coward. for
Denai's
that.
watching this at home on Thursday. He's like,
If you can pick player for player, you can have Harry Kane at number 10 or Odegaard. People are picking Harry Kane.
I don't think Harry
Don't say
Kane's
that.
got it for 10 at
Don't
the
say
moment.
that.
Okay, because last year when we were doing our
Was it
our
last
Premier League
Yeah.
season review, whenever that was,
No one had him 10.
you,
No one had him
Mike and
10.
Denai were telling me, "Oh, Harry Kane,
No one had him
he
10.
drops in so
He
deep.
plays false
as a
nine. No one
player,
had him 10.
As a player,
No one
he
had
can
him
do
10.
everything.
No one
He can
had him
do
10.
everything. We can rewind
No one
it.
had him 10.
And you were saying Harry Kane can do everything. His game is so complete. I think all round he's an amazing.
Then
player.
again,
I think,
then
I think
again,
he's complete right
think
now.
he's
Very
good.
all
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
he's-
I
Never
think
used
he's
to be.
complete, but I
Never
don't think
used to
he's
He's got the most
like, I don't
assists in
think
the
he's
league.
levels.
And that's not even like crossing assists, like corners or free kicks assist.
Like, way
That's
to
him
pass.
receiving the ball deep and playing Son in
Through balls,
behind.
Like
Yeah.
through ball way to pass.
Not as a 10. Not as a 10.
He's
He
not a
would
10,
not bring
mate.
you what Odegaard brings you in terms
I know
of the
he
game.
would.
You wouldn't
He'd
even
bring
put him in
something
10
different.
FIFA,
He'd be a
cuz.
goal-scoring midfielder that can also provide. That's what he would do. Anyway, get your number 10 because obviously all three of you have the same player.
Mine,
Yeah, obviously.
Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
So Odegaard slots right into the 10 position.
I'm not angry. Listen, I'm not angry. As long as your 9's the right 9, it doesn't matter.
And that's a straight Arsenal midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never have picked that. Year ago,
Yeah, no.
I would never have picked that.
It's only because
No
Tottenham
way.
don't really have the midfielders going for
It's
them.
true.
I would love to have Basuma in there, but when you haven't
He
played a
doesn't
game
play.
this season,
Yeah.
Yeah, Basuma would have been my one as
Yeah.
well of the midfield.
over Xhaka for me. But Xhaka, great start. Basuma, no start.
Very
So,
true. So our midfield, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard. We'll go to our left wing, Bud. Left wing could be a bit contentious.
It could. But I think for me, the right option, the safest option, the
You
most
didn't want any more howlers, huh?
positive option is Heung-min Son.
Huh.
Okay.
I think for me, if this was a list of like current best players, you could say the other person that people are probably going to think of, but overall, I think Son is a better footballer, a better player on the day, would be the best option, obviously. And he's only just kickstarted his season already now.
Okay.
7 games in, and we're seeing good Son now.
Yeah.
Seeing
Well,
a good son.
for me, I also have done a bit of cheating,
Okay.
but that doesn't matter because left wing I have Martinelli. I think he is one of the most exciting players to watch at the moment. And I think for me personally, he's changed my view more drastically than almost any player ever. At the start, I used to think Martinelli was not
Yeah.
the player I'm seeing today.
I used to think this guy would
I-
never make it.
I genuinely think he's not the same player. He's got to be, because what I'm watching now is not the same player I was watching before. He looks like his technical
Extremely
ability is
refined,
high.
yeah.
And to go along with his output, his goals, his assists, he's a lightning fast. I think his start to the season warrants him on the left side.
Yeah, that's
Fair
fair
enough, man.
enough. I've got son.
I also did a little bit of cheating,
Mm.
and I put probably other people's 9s on the left, just to make it a little bit of room.
That's worse.
No, it's not.
Hey, no, no,
Ten
it's
ten is not
bad.
worse.
We need to
It's
stop
not
recording
nice.
right now.
No,
It's not.
You're right. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll save the spiel for after, but Jesus, you're on my left, man.
Left.
So Son
Left.
gets it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but
And the
he's
only
gonna be-
reason I've picked Son over Martinelli is because if there was a game tomorrow,
Yeah.
Son is just doing too much to keep him out. Like,
Son's better than Martinelli.
Son is a better player than Martinelli. Obviously, he's 10 years older, but like Son can do everything.
Martinelli's
he can score left
20?
foot, right foot. He can create chances. He can
Carry
hit
the
players,
ball.
which Martinelli can do. But obviously, Son's done it so consistently at such a high level that I couldn't. Leave
Should we
him
go
out.
to the
I think
right?
I would be too tribal in saying Martinelli. So
Good for you, man.
let's go to the right. So Son's our left winger.
Yeah. For me, I had Son on the right
Okay. Well,
because
no.
obviously he's not going to get in now.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have Martinelli over Saka based purely on the start to this season. I think Saka's been relatively quiet to start this season. Something he hasn't been afforded his whole time at Arsenal. He hasn't been afforded a slow start, or every time he started slow, they've been bad. He's been scrutinised. But now I think he's not performing to what he was last year. And I think Martinelli has been the better one this season. But yeah, for me, Son on the right.
I've gone with Starboy, Mitch's favorite, Saka. I think pound for pound, he's better than Martinelli at the
Yeah.
moment.
Oh, I think he's
Yeah.
better than Martinelli as a
So-
player, but I don't think at the moment.
And yeah, he's had a somewhat not a good start, but 4 assists in the Prem.
And a goal, yeah.
Yeah.
And a
I think
goal,
he's had a
but-
good start.
More,
One
and
of
if
each.
you want to do the whole stats thing, because Samuel sometimes is a little stat merchant,
I'm not.
he's got more stats than your favorite players in the league. So
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's.
Solid.
I think his performances haven't been that great. There's been a few performances where it comes to the end of the game and you're like, oh, Saka was average today.
He's been a little bit quiet, but he's still been good.
I don't think he's been better than Martinelli, and that was my reason. And if I was going to pick to have a game tomorrow.
Fair
I think
enough.
I would
Son's
go with
never
Son.
played on the right, but yeah.
Yeah, but he can
almost-
score from the right.
It almost feels like Saka is kind of like matured enough to like not go so hard so early. Like you
Yeah.
remember when they were like, oh, he's burnt out, he looks tired. I think he's taken that into account. Like it for me, it looks like he's like pacing himself for the whole season this year.
He's a more mature player now. And he's
Definitely.
managing himself in games a lot better.
Exactly,
as well.
you can see that definitely.
And he's also sort of fighting against his own performance right now. Like I don't think he's been bad, but I probably think he's been worse than he has been because of how good he was last season and how good he was
Yeah.
the year before.
And when he pulled Arsenal through that,
Mud.
that period when he was a
Teenager.
Wait, is he still a teenager?
I think he's 20 now.
He's 20, yeah.
Yeah, well, when he was 18, he pulled them through that period, and that's sort of what people are thinking of. But he's been at that level. I just think the whole Arsenal squad has gotten just
That's exactly
as
what I
good.
was going to
Yeah.
say. He has to do less now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that's why you've seen him not really
Yeah.
excel above the rest of the Arsenal team in games
Yeah.
because he's got players
He
around
doesn't
him
need
that
to
are
do that by himself now.
quality.
Maybe that's it.
So Saka's our right winger. No Kulusevs.
Nah.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
I love Kulusevs.
He's in and out now, though. He's
He
dropped.
is in and out,
Richarlison's coming in.
Yeah. I think we said from last 8 games last year to now,
He'd be in.
hands down,
He's
easy.
in.
He can start anywhere. You could put him striker, right wing, left wing. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. He's
So our right winger is Starboy.
and then up front.
Up front, talk to me because I have, you know who I have up front.
Well, I've got
Well, I
Harry
cheated.
Kane.
I did. I had got Harry Kane.
I
as
got
well.
Kizzy Kane as well.
So,
So you
Gabriel
guys have
Jesus
really
does-
left out the most informed player in the league.
He doesn't make the team.
Yeah, you've left him out.
I left him out purely because of the whole. If we were doing a team that
Harry Kane's
based
dropping
off,
3 out of 10 games.
a team based off this
No,
season. If
no.
we were doing that, a team based off this season, right? Gabriel Jesus is without a doubt in the side for me. But we're doing Samuel. Who would you pick?
Yep.
Tomorrow there's a game. Who would you
Yep.
pick? There's no way I'm leaving Kizzy
Thank
Kane
you.
out.
Yeah,
Wait, so
no way in hell.
you've cheated and put Son on the right and left Jesus out completely.
yeah, he left
But I
Jesus
wanted
out.
to put Martinelli in.
Oh yeah,
He put
You
he put
hearing this,
Martinelli
right?
on the left, cheated, put Son on the right to leave Jesus out of the team altogether.
You see that?
That's bad. That's
and
that's bad.
And he didn't have
He's the
Saka.
most informed player,
And
and,
he had
he's
no Saka.
played wide.
and no Saka.
He's no Saka as
He's
well.
played wide in
So-
his career.
and Son's
Whoever-
never played right.
Thank you.
Son has played
Thank you.
right
For
before.
who?
I can show you when, he's
When?
played right for
When?
show me.
Yeah, okay.
I'll literally show you.
When?
Okay.
Production,
'Cause
put a
it's
clip
been-
of Son playing on the right.
It's been literally
It won't
Lucas
come up.
Moura.
Jesus literally played on the right for Man City.
For City,
Played
I know.
on the left for Man City.
Uh-huh.
Played on the right for Brazil. Played on the left for Brazil.
I've left him
played
out
9 for
only
Arsenal,
because I
played
think-
9 for City and is the most informed player in the comp, minus maybe Haaland. And you've left.
You can't do that.
No, but based on performance,
Yeah.
I think
I'm
Jesus
saying
is so
not
good.
go- Obviously, you don't.
But yeah, I do. Of
Obviously,
him
you
out.
don't. You
Of
left
course I
him
do.
out of 3 positions where you could have him, and he's the most
So he's on
informed
I didn't
player.
want to put him on the wing.
Bam, bam.
What? You've put Son on the right.
Yeah, Son still plays on the wing, and Son scores.
So do you think that the right wing and 9 are too drastically different to keep Jesus in the team?
Or even start
I will
Saka.
happily put Jesus over Martinelli on the left.
Well, you don't.
Then
you
why didn't
can't
you do
now.
it?
But I just didn't.
You
think
weren't happy
Jesus
enough
has
to do
never
it.
ever played on the left. Firstly,
Has.
no, he
you
hasn't.
put
He's
Son
played on the right.
Absolutely
Jesus has
has.
never. Ever, find me when Jesus has played on the
I'll
left
put a
because
clip myself.
he's never ever played on the left.
You've
ever.
put Son
He
on the
has.
right.
Yeah, and Son's played on the
All right,
right.
tell me
before.
one fixture.
I can literally
For
tell you.
game.
So why can you say it that he has, but
can
then
tell
they
you.
can't
When
say
Jesus
it?
played-
Why can't they say when
when
Jesus
Jesus
played
played
on the left?
Who's been better this year? Son or Jesus?
Jesus.
So you've left Jesus out. Who's been better, Martinelli or Jesus?
Jesus.
There we go.
I think Jesus has
And you
been
think
better.
Kane's been better
I
than
will
Jesus?
happily have Jesus in this team.
So he's put
But I didn't put him because I put Harry Kane. No.
Samuel's put Son on the right, taking out Saka completely.
Yeah.
Even
Saka,
though
I
he's been
don't-
on the right.
I don't think Saka
He
deserves
hasn't
to be in the
played
team.
shit though.
Saka doesn't deserve to be in the team.
So you think
In my
Son
opinion, he doesn't
right
deserve to be
is
in the team.
more deserving than
that's fair
Saka
enough.
right?
Saka deserves more to be in the team than Son, based on
If we're
performance.
picking,
Yes.
but it's not based on performance.
So
We
then
said-
why does Saka not deserve to be in the team?
Because we're picking who would we want.
So then why does he not deserve to be in the
He's
team?
not better than Son.
Yeah, he's not better than
He's
Son on the
better than
left.
Martinelli, and you've picked Martinelli.
Because of this season.
You sound like an
Wow.
idiot.
Because of this season.
We just
You
said
sound-
all
because of
four.
this
But so
season.
then Son's not in the team.
Why? We said literally it can be based off their form so far this season, if that matters more
Okay, so-
than a player who's an all-time
So have the
classic great
justification
player.
have the justification for both positions.
But you didn't do that.
What? Where have I not done
Is
that?
Xhaka not a better player? Is Basuma not a better player than Xhaka?
He hasn't played at all this year.
And you
So
said
what?
that. You
What?
said it as well.
Who's a better player?
What?
Who's a better player?
Basuma is a better player
So
than
then
Xhaka.
put him in the team.
He hasn't played at all.
So
at
what?
all.
And you
Jesus
agree?
has-
You had Harry Kane at 10. He hasn't played a single game at 10.
So he's played this year and been good.
He hasn't played a single game at 10, and you've put him in a position he hasn't played at.
What? He still played in
So
the
what?
league. Basuma has featured
It's been
25
7
minutes,
games.
mate.
It's been 7 games.
With 25 minutes, that's terrible.
What are you
7 games.
talking about?
Quick maths, that's
What are you
100.
talking
That's
about?
630
Harry Kane
minutes.
plays football.
Basuma's played 25
plays
minutes
zero
of that.
amount of football.
But is Basuma better than Xhaka? He's better.
That's not right.
Yes, it is. 630
Your maths.
I'm talking about him.
times 90.
Is that right?
Your
Yes.
justification doesn't
7.
make sense.
I picked a team.
You can just say,
I-
just put your hand
no,
up.
no, I could say
Just put your hand
definitely.
up and say my bad.
No, I could say
Put your hand
Jesus
up and say my
I
bad.
didn't want to put Jesus on the left, but I could say that my team could happily be Son on the left, Jesus on the right, and
But it's
Kane
not.
in the middle.
You had
But it's
Howler.
not.
Just
yeah,
take
I
it.
said it's not.
Why does your
take
logic
the
kick
howler.
in for Jesus not being on the left, but you chucked Son in on the right straight away?
Because Son can play on the right and has played on the
So
right.
Jesus can't play on the
Jesus
left?
has played 9 purely this season. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, so you're taking into account this season?
Of course, you have to.
My son in your team.
This is
What do you
sounding
mean?
Got
good.
dropped. He's got 0 goals, got dropped.
Son has 0 goals.
I said he had 0
Yeah,
goals.
got dropped.
Got dropped. And then
So
came on.
everyone's taking into account this season and taking into account who the players are.
Yes.
That's what everyone is doing. Yes.
Exactly.
So I'm not the only
But you've
one
got a
doing
single justification for one,
one.
and then the other single justification for the other one.
But
Not
it's the
both.
same player who's competing against both, and you're saying he can't make it over this player because of this, and he can't make it over
He
this
can
player
make
because
it.
of that.
He can make it. I should have put Jesus in the team, but he can
Okay,
make it.
just say my bad. Look into the camera and say my
No,
bad.
hell no, I'm not doing that.
So why would you put Son on the right?
I'm not listening to someone
and
who
not,
put
and not
who put-
Martinelli
who
and
put
when
Dyer.
you start Martinelli.
Someone who put Dyer, not
Dyer is
Romero.
not as bad as you doing what you just did.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Dyer,
No, it's not.
Højbjerg.
No, but Dyer
Højbjerg
is not awful. You can't say like
No,
Dyer's
it
bad.
is. No.
What do you mean nah?
Yeah.
You literally
Dyer
put
is
Son.
better than Son.
That's like saying has Dyer
Are
ever
you
played?
dumb? Are you dumb? Dyer better than Son? Are you dumb?
What is this?
Are you dumb?
What is this?
Are you dumb?
What the hell is this? What are you saying? Is Dyer better than
Is
Son?
Højbjerg and
What does the
Dyer's
hell
level near what Son's level is? No.
What
so
the
then
hell
what are you
does that
talking
mean?
about? Who would want a game
don't even
tomorrow?
compare to
If there's a game
let's get this
tomorrow,
front
Let's
three.
start.
if there's a game
Let's
tomorrow,
start.
if there's a game tomorrow,
They don't even
Why
have to start
are you
together.
comparing wingers
if there's a
and
game
centre-backs?
tomorrow, you'd rather Højbjerg and Dyer not be in the team than them be in the team. If there's a game tomorrow, I would rather not have them.
We're gonna wrap
You may
this
as well
up.
put Son centre back then.
We're gonna wrap this
Why would I?
up. We're gonna wrap
Well,
this
you're
up.
saying-
We're
you're saying
gonna
like
We're gonna
Dyer-
wrap this up.
you're
We're
saying
gonna
like
wrap this
Dyer
up.
is
Wait,
playing right wing.
wait. We're gonna wrap this up. Just so you know, crowd, these guys have left out Jesus from the 9 position. Tom had him in his front 3 at least.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel didn't. Bud didn't.
Did it
And
for the right reason. He did it
Bud
because
was
Howler.
more understandable.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Because he
absolutely.
put Kane at 9 and
Absolutely.
replaced.
And I put
Jesus.
everyone in their right position. He's saying just because he's put Son on the right, Son Magic has played right before.
He has.
No, he
He
hasn't.
literally has.
Just because he
front three-
picked up the ball on the right doesn't mean he's played right wing.
Our front 3 wrapped up is Bukayo Saka on the right, Gabriel Martinelli on the... No, sorry.
Son on the left.
Bukayo Saka on the right, Heung-min Son on the left, and Harry Kane up front. So our team combined for the North London derby is Ramsdale, White, Romero, Saliba, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Kane, Son.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's
I'm
not-
very, very disappointed.
That's
You've
not
left-
being Chelsea.
I'm
Apparently you
upset.
guys don't like R9, apparently.
I'm upset.
Anyway.
Fuck off.
That doesn't beat Chelsea.
The second biggest game, let's go into it. Manchester derby. Huge fixture this year, especially with the form that United have sort of come into over the past few weeks, and especially with them not playing last week. It's almost a must-win game against City. City looking their usual selves.
Dominant selves.
Do we think City have... Do you guys think that the Prem is a farmers' league?
No.
I think if
That's a
you didn't
good
have
question.
Liverpool push them so close the last couple of years, I would say
I
yeah.
saw Ian Wright say that if Liverpool didn't play in the Premier League this year, everyone would think the Premier League is
Is
didn't
a
play for the
farmers'
last
league.
5
Yeah.
years. This Liverpool side, the Premier League would be shit. City would win the league by 20 points every single year.
Every single time. So
Just
good
some
shout.
food for thought. Anyway, so another combined 11, but this time we're going to do our all-time Premier League combined 11 for the Manchester derby. Players who have played for both teams, either team, and how good they were at the time they played for the team. So you can't just chuck in players who have played for City or played for United, but were shit.
And also, it's not who won the most trophies at the side.
Absolutely. It's who we think is the best player. That's a key fact. Who we think is the best player in that position based solely on who is the best player, not trophies won, accolades,
Not
how
true.
long they played in the Prem, none of that. But how they were for the team and how they are, I guess, as a player are the main factors that come into it. So this one will be a bit spicier. It won't be your usual combined 11 gigs. Sorry, you're not in it.
Beckham, see you later.
This combined 11 is probably going to be the most hated combined 11 by,
we're
by
gonna get so
Man
much
United
hate.
fans and Premier League fans in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start it off in goals. We're going to go with Tom.
Man United fans, I don't want to hear it. Didn't watch Schmeichel. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Yes, I heard he was good apparently, but we're going with Van der Sar. I think Van der Sar was one of the most unbelievable shot stoppers that the Prem's seen. Every time he faced a one-on-one, you had confidence that he was going to save it. He was part of that 08-09 Man U team that went to the Champions League final. And you know what? I looked up. He has a 42% clean sheet record in the Prem, and that includes his 4 seasons at Fulham.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this guy's like proper, and I don't think he's talked about enough, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's sort of glazed over when you think about Man United keepers. People say David De Gea, people say Schmeichel. The new people say De Gea, the old people say Schmeichel. He kind of goes in the middle, so I'll give him his flowers.
And that makes me extremely confused why I didn't pick him, because I went for Edison.
Edison.
Oh,
Okay.
I think Edison, because of the difference in eras and the difference in the game from when Van der Sar was playing and when Edison's playing now, I sort of just was comparing them as how good Edison is right now and the things he can do. And I just thought Van der Sar couldn't do enough to be in the team as a player right now. So for my centre backs, they're going to be ball playing centre backs. My keeper is going to be a keeper that can play with his feet, but is also an exceptional keeper. We're not saying Edison isn't a great keeper. I think if Van der Sar goes in this combined 11, I'm not upset. But I've got
Van der Sar's a better goalkeeper.
Edison.
than
Absolutely.
Edison.
Is Van der Sar going in the team? I don't know, bud. Who are you?
I'm putting Van der Sar because
okay.
he is the best keeper. I think if you want a proper keeper, I think Edison doesn't even come second. I think keeping wise, he makes far too many mistakes that he doesn't need to do because he's too cocky. Sometimes he's way too cocky in goals, and it leads to errors that he causes himself.
He is.
And that is why I don't like. For me, if I want a keeper, I want him to no bullshit, none of this fucking. This
just
shit
old
he
school.
does, yeah. Just play.
Fucking get rid of it.
Well,
Not even get rid of it. Just be a proper keeper. That's why I picked Van der.
I disagree with your statement, but I didn't go with Edison. I think I would like to one day, but not yet. I went with David De Gea, and for me, I think he gets looked past because Man U weren't as successful as they were previously with the other two keepers. I think David De Gea consistently was Man U's. There was a period of time where he kept winning their
He
player
won
of
like
the
5 years
season.
in a row.
Yeah, he was
Which is fucked.
We'll have to fact check
He
that.
was absolutely phenomenal. There was a long period of time where David De Gea was phenomenal. Of course, when it comes into play with not being that good with his feet, not being good at all with his feet, and whereas Edison and keepers now, Alisson, Ramsdale, they can all play outstanding with their feet. But I think as a shot stopper and as a keeper, he's one of the best I've ever seen in my life. And one of the only keepers I felt like when we're versing them, we aren't going to score because this guy is so good.
Yeah.
You go.
I think. Do you think he was their best ever player? I think he was their best ever player because in those years you said there was
their best player at the time.
there was no one that you could say was good, like up to a level where you could be like, this is
there
United's
was
best
still
player.
Manchester United though.
You had glimpses,
Yeah.
like you saw where Pogba could put 8 games together where he could play good, or you could say someone else. But consistently, he was their best because United didn't have like a consistent player that was good at that time throughout the whole season.
But I think that takes away from him also them not being that successful, because
That's true.
If they were as successful as, let's say, City are now with Edison, or Man U were with Van der Sar and Schmeichel, then I think he would go down as the best keeper ever in the Premier League. But because they weren't, and because they aren't,
And he was consistently in Team of the Year as well.
Every year.
During that period.
oh my God.
Oh,
Production just
shit.
said he's got the same clean sheets as Van der Sar. So
I think for me, if we're obviously we're not going with Edison because we're not going with a good all round keeper, and we're just going with keeper. Like what you're meant to do is defend the goal. I think it has to be Van der Sar over De Gea, because I don't see De Gea being that commanding and that strong.
Yeah.
Shot stopper, incredible.
Yeah.
Probably better than Van der Sar as a shot stopper alone. But commanding the box, coming for crosses, taking the ball in the air, corners. I think Van der Sar is a much better keeper.
nothing I feel strong about. So happy.
So it is Van der
okay.
Sar. Well done,
Happy
you
with Van der
two.
Sar.
Thank you,
Got
guys.
a
Well
player
done,
in the
bud.
In net.
Tom, excellent.
We'll go to
100%.
right
Without
back. And I think this should be unanimous if you've got half a brain.
I think so.
For me, it's Carl Walker.
I had Carl Walker.
Okay.
Factos.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're all good with
Yeah,
Carl
I'm-
Walker.
I'm
I think
heavy with
you
Carl
can-
Walker.
Some
You
people
know,
want to
for
talk
me-
about Carl Walker.
For me, Carl Walker's the best right back ever to play in the Premier League.
I agree.
Not to play once ever, not the best one season, but consistently as a right back, I think Carl Walker's the best there's been. He's won trophies. He's has the team of the season accolades. He has the consistency in the side. He's not going to give you 100 assists, obviously, but defensively he's going to be very solid.
Who's getting past him?
He's physically a machine,
Yeah.
and he's been part of.
And he
successful
obviously has to be
sides.
good on the ball to play for
But-
City for
exactly,
how long
exactly.
he has.
We're not just going to stupidly put in Gary Neville because he
No.
won 13
Yeah.
league titles, which he's
Yeah.
tapped. But he wins 13 league titles. That doesn't warrant you being in the team because you're not that good of a player.
Yeah.
You're an adequate player in a very good side.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Let's go to centre back.
Nothing more to say.
Let maybe do your centre back partnership, just so we know. Bud, you want to do yours?
Yeah. See, I've gone for a right centre back and a left centre back, and the pairing is Rio Ferdinand and Emre Laporte. You got that too?
that's my exact one.
I think right side, Rio is the best, and if you're gonna have a left-footed centre back in the Prem, which is rare,
Mm-hmm.
and he's one of the best already,
Yep.
it's a no-brainer to put him in. Ball playing, he's got it. Tackling, he's got it. IQ, he's got it.
Reads the game incredibly.
Amazing composure. If you want him to be like one of them bulldog centre backs, he can do that. You want him to play ball, he can do that. So
I don't hate it, but I didn't
I like
do
it.
it. I do like it.
I like it.
And I think it's more balanced than what I'm going to have.
Yeah, me too.
Definitely. Oh, it's definitely more balanced.
It's better than
what
my
I'm gonna have.
partnership.
But for me, I feel like it just felt wrong not to have these two as the pairing. And for me, it's Rio and Vincent Company.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Company is... We don't even need to talk about Rio because everyone knows Rio was getting in.
do they?
Rio's
though?
that guy.
Rio's one of the centre backs that could translate into the.
Yeah.
And
if you dropped him in today's game, he wouldn't look out of place.
And I feel like Company is that transition. He's that player.
Mid.
You think so?
I'd say he was just like
I think
just getting into it.
Company.
Yeah.
Be a good
That's- I
player
agree.
today, but
I
he
think
wouldn't be
Company-
exceptional.
Yeah.
Who
Company.
I think Company could be extremely good when Rio was playing and still be
Good.
good
Somewhat,
now.
yeah.
He'd be in the
I
upper
agree.
tier.
Yeah.
now.
I agree, yeah.
I think Company was great,
Yeah.
and especially as a leader, as captain, and played in that City side who won lots of
Yeah.
league titles.
I've always shared the sentiment that Company's a bit overrated. So I think for me,
Is Laporte better than Company?
I think
For the left-sided
I
centre
For the
back.
left side, sure.
Yeah.
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 But
You
I
put him in-
it just feels so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
having
I just said I
Laporte
put him in because he was the foundation that City built their team on. He was the
Yeah.
foundation that helped them get to the success where they are today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if you are taking into account leadership, commanding qualities, all of that, you can have Company in, but I think player for player, Laporte is a better player.
I agree.
I think I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. And
When Bud was talking, I was like, damn, this guy's really selling it to me.
and also,
Send you
there's going to be a lot of people who who are gonna be.
Oh, Vidic. Sorry, cuz.
Oh yeah.
Of course, there's
no chance.
We're not even like the thing
He
is
was not even a consideration.
Oh,
Vidic,
shit.
Yapstam, the people who want those guys in the team are going to be very upset. But I think when you think about it, we watch football now. You want a team that could play
Right now.
right now.
Yeah.
And I genuinely don't think Nemanja Vidic would be half the player he is in today's game. So for me, he's not in the side, and I'm not angry about it.
I'll tell you what, Rio would hate playing with Vidic
Right
in
now.
this era.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, he would hate it.
He would hate it. He'd look at him.
Midfielders would hate it.
Because teams would set up like this,
Yeah.
and when they're playing out, lean on Ferdinand's side and let Vidic just get the ball.
They're going to let Vidic try and drive.
Legit.
If it's not a red card, it's a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you guys saying you got swayed? One of you's going to change your vote to Laporte?
I won't change my vote, but I'm
Yeah.
happy to put Laporte.
I don't want to
Okay.
change mine either.
But so Laporte's going in
Yeah.
with Rio. Those are two centre backs, and the left back position. For me, I had a player in, and I scratched him when we spoke about just the best player in that position. So originally I had Evra, and I just scratched
Scratch him.
him and put Cancelo in.
Scratch him.
Thank you.
Thank you. Scratch
Thank
him.
you. Tom.
I forgot about Cancelo.
Hey, we're on our
Cancelo
first howler.
Yeah, I'm picking Cancelo.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
No,
who's your
no.
left back?
It was Evra.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
Evra.
yeah, it was Evra.
Cancelo is the most technically gifted footballer to ever play at fullback in the Premier League.
Absolutely.
Ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can when people say that Trent can play centre mid, João Cancelo can genuinely play centre
Yeah.
mid. Like, he has the awareness, technical ability, passing range, 1v1 ability to play anywhere on the park.
Yeah.
And he's not even a left back.
Yeah.
But he is that good that he's moved to left back, and now, for me, the best left back to ever play, second best left back to ever play in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's not better than Ashley Cole, obviously.
No, he's not.
Yeah, no, he's in.
Yeah, no,
Ashley Cole.
I forgot about him, unfortunately, but I 100% agree. I think he can do it all.
Man,
I love
he
Cancelo.
doesn't need a left foot.
No.
He really doesn't.
At all. He's playing outside the right foot, balls at left. I hate right-footed left backs.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
watching
Yeah.
right-footed
Almost
players
as
play
much as I hate left-footed right backs.
Yo, that's the worst. That's the
That's
worst.
one of the
done that?
worst.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I left-footed right backs is the
I
worst.
almost hate that as much as Dave Aspilicueta right back.
Yeah. So our left back is João Cancelo.
Man U fans are
Almost
going to
unanimous.
be
Oh my
so
If it wasn't for
angry.
Tom's blunder.
Fingers are gonna.
Yeah,
be,
that's a blunder.
All right, let's go midfield 3. And I don't know. I thought when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, this is very, very hard pause. But my midfield 3, I'm just going to give it to you as the
Give it to us as a
Are
whole.
we doing that? I think that makes it
Because
better.
I think mine is going to be the exact same as yours.
Okay, good. Because my deepest lying midfielder is Paul Scholes.
The same.
And I've got 2 8s who
Yeah.
are Yaya and KDB.
Yeah,
Done.
me too.
That's my midfield.
No, keep going.
That's it. That's my midfield.
You know,
I
keep
think. Oh, you want me to talk
talking.
about
Yeah,
Scholes?
yeah.
Scholes, I think, is he's one of my favorite English players of all time. He's one of Man United's best players of all time. Passing range, inner tackle, IQ, awareness on the field. He could easily
Important
play today.
goals.
Yeah, goal scorer from midfield as well, from a deep lying position. Incredible. And then we go to KDB, who is slowly becoming one of the best players ever in the Premier League, one of the best midfielders ever
Come
in the
here.
Premier League. And
Come
I
here,
think
boys.
Probably the best passer in Premier League history as well.
his numbers are ridiculous. He plays for a City side that's maybe the best team in Premier League history, and he has won as much as he needs to. He can stop playing
More
now.
than
He's
enough.
won
Yeah.
enough titles, enough Premier Leagues, enough Carabao Cups, enough FA Cups,
Individual accolades as well.
individual accolades, twice Player of the Year. So I think he is incredible. And then my other midfielder, who
Yes,
I
sir.
think is one of the most underrated players of all time, one of the most dominant players of all time, one of the most underappreciated midfielders in Premier League history, a player who I think is better than a lot of other players that are rated above him, Yaya Toure.
Thank
Well
you.
said.
I did a TikTok on it, and it was which midfielder in Premier League history you can pick one midfielder to play at their best, what their peak is, and I said I do not think at their peak there is a better midfielder than Yaya Toure. What he can do as a footballer next to another Premier League midfielder ever, Yaya Toure can literally do every single thing you need to do as a midfielder. He can do. He can defend better than the best defensive midfielders. He's fast. He's strong. He's passing around the box, and his long passing is insane. He scores free kicks. He scored 20 goals in one season as a centre mid.
His awareness, his IQ, his footballing IQ. I think normally a lot of black players don't get
The credit.
for having football IQ. They're just like a powerhouse or like a beast or like they're physically dominant. But this guy he played for Barca. City. Like you have to be incredibly smart, incredibly aware, especially in midfield, to play for those two teams. So I think, left foot, right foot as well.
Yeah.
Incredible. Bud, explain.
Okay. So 2 of the 3 I went for. KDB, Yaya.
Oh my God.
My defensive midfielder is Fernandinho.
Oh.
I think I haven't seen enough of Scholes, and I'm not going to just put him in because, I've heard all this about Scholes. But I'm happy to go with Scholes. I'm not saying Scholes doesn't deserve it. For me, I haven't watched Scholes play. I've watched Fernandinho,
He saved himself.
and to me, Fernandinho has been the best DM of the time that I've watched City and United. Like, consistently, out and out, he's probably been the best.
Do you think for the last 10 years, pretty much?
Yeah. Between those two teams, yes. I think there's only been 1 or 2 DMs in the whole Prem that are probably better than him.
Yeah, maybe that's true, but I think Rodri's better than Fernandinho.
Okay,
Yeah,
but I think
But maybe we're remembering Fernandinho as right now.
Yeah, no, I do remember when there was a period of time where I was thinking Fernandinho is a machine.
and that midfield those midfield 3 would work.
Absolutely.
They
that
did
way.
together.
No, it would work.
They
The
did,
balance
yeah.
would
But it was like different like eras. Like it was
They weren't at their best all
Exactly.
Together,
Yeah.
sure.
But I think at their best altogether, it'd be a very good chem midfield. The balance would be good because you've got one sitting DM that's happy to just
you have
win
good
the
balance.
ball and just
Yeah.
Perfect balance.
just pass it out.
Yeah.
But Scholes, like, I'm not sad about him going. Obviously, he's going to be the better player, but I just haven't watched enough.
Your player is way worse than Scholes, but
Your
justifications are
justification.
alright.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Roy Kane.
No.
So the midfield 3 is
And there's going to be a lot of people
Scholes,
angry again.
KDB.
Roy Keane.
Yeah.
Roy Keane, no way.
Let's go front 3. I think we're going to be pretty aligned on this as well.
think so as
because of the midfield, and nobody had the cheat code.
Yeah.
Yep.
But someone's got to cheat and put one of them wide.
Yep. And which I've done. So
Me too.
do you want me to do my front 3?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So my front 3
I
is
didn't-
Ronaldo on the right,
I didn't cheat at all.
Aguero up front,
Yeah.
and Rooney,
And Rooney
on the left.
That's
I
what
didn't, I didn't cheat at all.
I didn't cheat.
I got that.
I didn't do that.
I didn't cheat either.
Okay. So
Well, what
no,
is it?
I know you just didn't cheat. I'm saying the cheat would have been to play Rooney. in midfield.
No, I know that.
Okay, so what's your
I
front
think we
three?
had different ones.
You
Yeah,
two.
I had
maybe
two,
have the same.
I
front
had
three.
different to you guys.
Okay.
I have
He doesn't like it.
I have Ronaldo on the left,
Mm-hmm.
Rooney up front, and Raheem Sterling on
Thank
the
you.
right.
Hey, we actually
What?
we
What?
read my mind.
No.
These young kids are.
Look.
Raheem. Okay,
Uh,
before we sit
something
here,
else.
before me
No,
and Tom, we sit
thank-
here and
yeah.
it looks like.
before you think I've
Yeah.
Okay, before we sit here and it looks like me and Tom are dissing Raheem Sterling or disrespecting Raheem Sterling.
No.
Incredible goal scorer.
Yes.
Incredible player, especially for City. He's one of the best wingers in Premier League history.
Sure.
Amazing. Won everything you can win, minus the Champions League. He's a great player. But you guys sat here and said Rooney, incredible, can play left wing,
No,
can
no.
play right. No, shut up. Can play left wing,
Nah, let him
can
land.
play right
Yeah, of
wing,
course.
can
We'll
play
get our go.
10, can play this, that, elite in every position.
I agree.
And by doing that, you've left out possibly City's greatest player ever. Maybe he's in the argument for City's greatest player ever. And you've left out Aguero in the Premier League.
The thing
You want to
is,
say something?
I just don't understand it.
honestly, I'm not even trying to be like, Aguero obviously doesn't deserve to be in the, because he does deserve to be in the team. But for me, I went straight to just not cheat and just because Rooney
It makes no sense.
At
It's
his
not-
best,
it just makes no sense.
to me, Rooney at his best is when he played number 9.
Sure.
Yes.
That he at his best, Rooney is a number 9 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Sterling's best is on the left.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
of course. But
Yeah.
I have for me, putting a 9 on the wing and putting a winger on the other side, I just put Sterling and Ronaldo. Ronaldo could be on the right easily because he played on the right.
yeah.
Quite well.
Yeah, Ronaldo. Mine could easily be Sterling left, Ronaldo right, but I just wanted Ronaldo when he won his Ballon d'Or was on the left.
Yeah.
So I put him on the left. But he could easily be right, whatever. I think Aguero definitely deserves to be in this team. But Rooney, 9, just for me, is like Rooney is, I think, the best ever English player. And the front three with
agree.
Rooney on the wing, it just doesn't look right to me.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It works better than Sterling on the right.
No, it doesn't.
I don't think it
does.
does.
I don't think
Rooney?
it does.
Absolutely.
I don't
it
think-
does.
So last
Think
week
about
when you
Rooney's
said
best.
Rooney can play anywhere and play elite,
I think he can
tell
play
me
anywhere.
how that doesn't work better.
I think he can play
Especially
anywhere.
when United played
But
with
I have
Ronaldo
Rooney
and
on the
Rooney.
wing
I have
is
Rooney
better
at-
than Sterling on the wing.
I don't agree
I
with you
don't
there.
know
course.
about that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but
Of course.
like Samuel said, you would want Rooney in his best position.
For me, one of
course.
the best.
You're doing that at the
I think
whatever the word is
I think you guys
to
have.
not have Aguero.
No,
though.
yeah. I think you guys. And I'm become a bit of an Aguero hater as well recently.
Yeah, for what?
I don't know why I have, but I've definitely become one in recent years.
He's guaranteed goals. He's guaranteed. He might not press as much as you might like. He might not do the little things as well as you might like. This guy
Yeah.
is strong as
Honestly,
hell,
I
quick
think
as
I'm
hell.
gonna change. I would
can
change.
do any
I would
sort of
change mine
finishing.
to have Rooney on the wing and 9. But I just think when I did it, I think Sterling gets a lot of hate,
Absolutely, he does.
and I really like him. Obviously,
No, but like even if it's just like their best at City, Aguero has to be in.
yeah. Honestly,
Over Sterling.
guys,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
absolutely.
say that one's me. I don't think that doesn't deserve to be what it is. It deserves to be. It deserves to be Aguero in the middle, Rooney on one side, Ronaldo on one side. But I was solely thinking, and based off how much we talked last week about how good Rooney was, I wanted Rooney in his best position, leading the team. But how can you leave out Aguero? You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
I'm gonna hold it down. I'm sticking by it. Aesthetically, you want Rooney, Rooney, Aguero, Ronaldo up front, but
Of course.
I'm
Sterling
I'm
doesn't
only
play
picking-
on the right.
I'm picking Sterling to go on the wing only because if
Which
I
wing?
said Aguero or
Tell
Rooney,
me which wing you want him on.
I wouldn't mind if
He's
it was
not
Aguero. If it was Aguero
He's
over
not
Rooney
answering.
or Rooney over
Don't
Aguero.
put him on the right.
That's the thing. But not having another winger on the wing, we already have a winger that is not going to play wing properly in Ronaldo.
No, it's Ronaldo when he was at United. That's a
So he's an out and out winger.
Exactly. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So Sterling out and out winger as well is great.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But his best is nowhere near Rooney's best.
And we'll argue-
even Rooney playing on the wing is better.
I don't
Is a
really-
better player who
He's a
will
better
offer
player,
more.
obviously.
He'll score more goals. He'll get more assists.
But that's just. I think that falls under these two are so good that we have.
I think
to
you
put them
forget
both
how
in.
good Rooney was.
No,
he was
I'm not,
also
because I put him
absolutely
9.
fucking rapid as well when he was younger.
I've put him 9. Wait, what are you saying that I forgot Rooney?
No, but
Because you think he can't play on the wing when he can.
Rooney was
Yeah, but it's not that he can't play on the wing.
we have
It's
He
to
could
because I would
go. He could
prefer a
go
winger
one
on
on
the
one.
wing.
He could drift inside. He
Yeah.
can shoot from distance.
100%.
He can score tap-ins. He can
Probably.
take people on. He can cross the ball. He can do
Yeah.
everything
But
you
I
want to
think
do.
Rooney at his best is 9.
And better
I had
than
to
Sterling.
Pick either Rooney. For me, I had to pick either Rooney or Aguero. And for me,
Yeah, I
I
don't know
like
why-
Rooney
I don't-
over
why
Aguero.
do you
why
have
that
to pick
happened for
either?
me as well.
I
You
think I
don't.
like
You
that.
don't have to pick either.
I think no,
You
but
can pick both.
I wanted that because the thought of one of them going wide, which would have had to be Rooney,
Also-
didn't sit right on my head.
The reason I don't understand what you're saying at all is because for how many years did United play a front three where Ronaldo and Rooney were the wingers and Tevez was the striker or Berbatov was the striker
Yeah.
and they won the treble?
Yeah, Rooney's magnificent, man.
Like I said,
He's so good.
So,
you guys are acting like I didn't pick Rooney.
No,
though.
I know, but we have
no,
to
no.
have the Rooney argument because
Yeah, I know,
you
but-
left out Aguero.
Because
But
you're not putting him on the wing when he's
Aguero.
extremely competent on the
Rooney.
wing.
I saw a thing, and Rooney is top 5 in goals and top 3 in assists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I said, Rooney's in
He
my
has
squad.
Rooney.
Yeah, I
but
know.
I'm saying we're having the Rooney argument because it doesn't make sense.
because he's in
to
the
why
best
he's-
position he's
It
played.
doesn't make
No.
sense that you picked
You're
one or
arguing
the
with me
other.
because I put Rooney in his
Because
best
me
position.
and Tom aren't trying to argue
Yeah, I
over
know.
Aguero versus Rooney.
Yeah.
We're trying to argue over it has to be Aguero and Rooney. And
but that's the thing. I'm saying it
and
doesn't
Ronaldo.
have to.
Yeah.
it
You know,
has to be.
I'm
Aguero
saying
was
it doesn't
never
have
a top scorer in the Premier League and ever in Premier League Team of the Season. That's just a little
Really?
fact for you, yeah. Yeah, he was never.
That's what I mean.
Because of
It falls on
injuries.
the aesthetics, though.
You know,
No, it
with
doesn't
all
fall
his
under
injuries,
It does.
It
his
probably
He has
lowest.
almost the best goal to game.
Yeah.
He has the best goal
You
to
know,
game
his lowest
ratio.
goal tally in the Prem is 12 with all his injuries, and his his second lowest is
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, that's.
So would you put Aguero over Rooney at striker?
Yes, because I'll play Rooney
can
on the
play
wing.
on the wing incredibly.
No. If you
Yeah,
just
if it
had
was
to,
one for
Aguero
one,
can-
you would have Rooney.
If okay,
Aguero
you
can
don't
need
need
to. Yes, you don't need to. That's
all
the
time
thing.
starting front three. You got Thierry Henry, Ronaldo. Who are you putting in the middle?
Rooney.
Rooney.
That argument makes no
But
sense.
Thierry
though.
Henry's
I would
not in
easily
this
put
argument.
Henry 9 and put Rooney on the wing. It wouldn't make a difference to me.
Yeah.
That's how
No,
much
but
I
you
rate
would
Rooney.
Who would you put in 9 of the front three? Go.
It doesn't
Of those
matter.
front three, who would you put 9 though?
I would put.
No, you.
I would put
Honestly,
Rooney 9.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that doesn't mean
But
No, it
anything.
doesn't
But
work.
I've given you the choice to put Aguero, and why didn't you pick him?
That doesn't mean anything.
But-
because
but
I
answer
think
that
Rooney's
question.
better than Aguero.
Exactly. That's why.
But you weren't confined to Rooney or Aguero. You were confined to
No, I
three
was,
positions
because
and picked Sterling.
because I was because
You're convinced.
I
I've
made,
already changed.
You're
I
convinced.
made,
yeah.
I made
I've
a
already-
decision who's better, and I've gone with Rooney.
Okay.
Not-
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Rooney-
I understand your thing, but it was never one or the other.
Rooney playing.
You're
I
allowed
think
to
for
have
me,
both.
Rooney playing right
can't-
wing in that blue Man U jersey. Counter
with
attack.
the V?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
He had a skinhead then as
yeah,
well.
he skinhead Rooney
With those
was
total
sick.
90s.
Yeah.
Skinhead Rooney when he had
damn.
barely any beard. He was sick.
It was
Yeah.
quick.
Whatever.
So Samuel's jumped ship.
I've jumped.
He's left Bud to
mate,
drown.
Sorry, Bud.
And our
back
team
that
It only
handshake.
makes sense though.
I take back that.
It only makes sense.
our combined United City all-time
take it
Premier
back?
League team
Yeah.
is Edwin van der Sar, Carl Walker, Rio, and Laporte
Yeah.
centre backs.
Yeah.
Jacques Cancelo left back. Possibly the best midfield three you'll get: Scholes, KDB, Yaya Toure, and then a front three of Ronaldo on the right, Aguero up front, and Wayne Rooney on the left.
When did you ever think two gingers were going to be in the middle three? Of any,
We're
of
gonna
any
get some hate.
spanner.
That's true.
We're going to get a
Maybe we
lot
don't
of hate.
post this one on TikTok.
Nah, we're going to post this one.
Yeah.
100%. Shout out all you Vidic fans. I'm ready. We're ready for this.
Yeah,
Roy Keane, Vidic.
Giggs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
King
Neville.
is so low
Beckham.
on this list that's
Yeah,
not even
Neville.
funny.
Neville Beckham, David Silva,
Oh, Schmeichel as well.
Schmeichel.
Oh, yeah, David Silva.
Mahrez goes over
You would have
Giggs.
never picked him, though.
Gary Neville.
Too much of a on your day player. David
Evra.
Silva was. Oh, speaking of on your
Evra.
day, Segway King. Segway King. On your day, we were having a conversation in the group chat about players and the phrase, on their day, this player is incredible. He's the world's best. On his day, he can't produce it every week, but on his day, he's incredible. So we thought, let's do who is right now the best on their day player in the world. On their day, they could easily be the best player in the world. This was the conversation. So everyone selected one.
Okay.
You want to preface something?
Yes, I have something to say. Something you said, this is the reason I picked this player. Because to me, it seemed as though if all the best players in the world were playing in a game against each other, this player could be the best player on the field in that game.
I agree.
So that's what I picked.
Yeah.
I don't think this player is
Wait.
the best player. I don't think he's in the top 10 best players in the world. I could be. Maybe, probably not though.
Wait, we're leaving out the top 10 because...
Yeah.
No, pick me.
Yeah, to preface,
And
we
it's-
didn't want any bait
yeah.
picks, so no top 10 players in the world, not maybe even top 20 players in the world. Well, who knows?
Okay.
knows?
Who you
I
guys have?
I have a top
Okay,
10.
this guy's got Neymar.
No, I don't.
So no Neymar. If you're complaining, no, where's Neymar? Where's Messi? Where's CR7? No,
Where's
they're
De
not-
Bruyne?
they're not-
Where's
they've,
these
they've been
Yeah.
the best player in the world.
They're not in
So
there.
they can't. We're picking people who have never been called the best player in the world.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's
Perfect.
good. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, that
Because-
makes sense. Yeah,
Should I wheel? All right.
go
This
for it.
wheels perfectly into mine, right?
I think I know you're going to pick.
The part.
I hope
the
we
part,
don't have the same one.
The part
I
where
hope I don't have the same.
the part where Jeremy said to me, he said, this player, they could play on a field with all the best players in the world, and they would be the best players still. It happens. This already happens to this player in his regular club football.
Oh no, I've got the same.
I've got the same one as well.
For me, this player is Marco Verratti.
Oh my god, I had the same one.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Sick, I don't know Verratti.
This player for me
That's a
is
good
Marco
pick.
Verratti.
That's a good pick.
Marco Verratti
Yeah.
plays with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe every single week.
Yeah.
And tell me why, when I watch PSG in their
That's a-
biggest
that's a
games
good
in the
pick.
Champions League, he is the best player on the park. He plays in a midfield 2 and absolutely dominates. Dominates the game. Defensively, on the ball, he's the most press-resistant midfielder I've in the world right now.
Yep.
He's the most press. They cannot get close to him. So if we're talking about a player who's never ever once been called the best midfielder in the world, been called the best player in the world, he plays with the 3 top 5 players in the world and still looks like the best player on the park every time he goes out on the field. So for me, Marco Verratti is my
That's
on his
a
day.
great pick. I love Verratti.
Yeah,
I love
And it's
that.
criminal that he's never made, UEFA team of the year.
Anything.
People don't even speak about him as some of the best as one of the best midfielders in the world when he clearly is.
Oh my God.
He clearly his
He's-
game is so underrated. And for that PSG side to just tick along and him just be a think about how many players they've had come through that team. He's always the one consistent player that starts every single week and plays
And
Incredible.
7,
it
8
doesn't
out
matter
of
who
10.
plays next to him.
No, it doesn't matter.
This guy...
You could have another ball player. You could have a workhorse. You
Anyone.
could play him by himself. You can play him with someone else. It doesn't matter.
He always just looks like the best midfielder
love
on the park.
Verratti.
In every game he plays, he looks like the best midfielder on the park.
I fucking
So for me,
love
that's-
Verratti.
yeah, Marco
That's a sick
Verratti.
pick, yeah. Bud, do you have anything to add? Since you guys picked the same player.
I can't.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
well.
Because
he said
as
it
soon
all.
as he said this guy plays with the best,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we've got this.
Yeah, that was a
Don't
good.
need to add
yeah.
anymore.
Thank God we didn't have the same one though for this.
I thought we were all going to have the same
for content sake. Yeah.
Do you two have the same one?
We
I don't
might,
know.
yeah.
So my player is a player who I think if he's playing in a game with the best players in the world, he will easily look like the best player that's ever played the game. He will look like incredible. If he turns up on that day and he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'm playing today. Usman Dembele, for me,
mine's not that.
can be the best player in the world.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
absolutely.
Left foot,
Yeah.
right foot, left foot, right foot. That's how I'll start this off because nobody can to this day can tell me what foot he is.
He doesn't even know.
He doesn't know. He confuses himself in interviews. He's saying, "Yeah, I take penalties with my left foot," and the reporter's saying, "Why aren't you right-footed?" He goes, "Yeah, but I shoot better with my left foot." So for me, incredible dribbling, ability to beat a player, ability to beat 2 players, ability to beat 3 players, incredible. When he turns up for games, sometimes he makes it look so easy. Defenders have the hardest time ever when they're playing against Usman Dembele. They don't know where he's going to go. They don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He can pick a pass. He can score goals. He can sit players down for fun. They're thinking he's shooting right foot, fake shot back onto his left top bins. He is one of the most dangerous players in the world. And on his day, Usman Dembele can easily be the best player in the world for that one day.
He's looked lethal this season as well.
Do you know what it is? You know those plays that when you're watching, you're like, he's going to fake shoot. So defender don't fall for it. But for some reason they fall for it. If you're on the field and you will not be able to tell it's a fake shot. You're going to fall for it. You're going to be sold.
Because the ball stays in the middle of his body and he shifts it one way, and whichever way he shifts the ball, he can bang it. Like he can score. His finishing has improved so much and he looks so good to start this season.
Amazing.
You're right, though. He has to say, fuck it, I'm turning up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has to say, I'm
otherwise-
turning up.
If
He
he
could
gets
be
a
the
good
worst
night's
player.
sleep,
Yeah.
No Fortnite.
no fortnight, turns up for the game, there's
done.
nobody that can do a thing. You can play the best right back. If he goes to the World Cup and starts for France, which France team, they don't really play with wingers like that, so it's hard. But if he goes to the World Cup, there's no team that can come up against Usman Dembele and be like, yep. The coach will say, all right, you're going to mark Usman Dembele.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a good time.
Yeah, no, it's not possible. There's no player in the world.
Damn. That's a good pick.
That is
Who's yours? Oh,
My pick is a little rat dog. I hate him so fucking much, but when he's on his game, this guy cannot get the. This guy will never lose the ball. He can pick a pass. He comes deep to get the ball. He progresses the ball forward. Sometimes when he's in this team, they have some of the best ball players in the whole world, and this guy looks like the best player on the field. This guy can get assists. If he decides he wants to score, he can score. If he wants to,
really good pick.
if he wants to play wide, he'll play wide. If he wants to play 10, he can play 10. And it's Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, that's a really good. You didn't know
Yeah.
that's who you were thinking?
Oh, I had a
I
different.
thought he was.
I was building
until
another
the
player.
last, until the last bit. I was like, oh, Jorginho.
Same. I thought when he said rat dog, I was like,
Really?
yeah.
The
This
whole
guy-
time I knew
and-
Bernardo Silva.
He's technically brilliant, but he's got that little rat in him.
Yeah.
He's got that will to win. And often he plays with De Bruyne and he looks better than him. Often he plays with Rodri and his passing is better than his. He can control a game from high, he can control a game from deep, and he can just decide to do what he wants to do and play how he wants to play.
And play anywhere.
Yes.
That's true.
He can play on the right, he can play on
I
the
was
left.
going to say, someone that they say is the best player in the world, Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva plays with Kevin De Bruyne like every week. And there's periods that go half a season where people are saying he's the best player in the Premier League. So if you're playing with the best players in the world and people are saying you're the best
And you
player in the
still
team
look
at the
that
time,
good?
mate, you see how good Jesus looks at Arsenal. These guys looked just like regular good players. And Bernardo Silva is standing out.
Bernardo Silva stands out above that standard.
Above it, yeah.
And I don't know how.
These are some very good picks.
Tom, that's
Yeah, that was a good. Bro,
Thanks, man.
even if you said Jorginho.
I was like, oh, Jorginho can. Yeah. There's games where he won't lose
Showed
the
it in
ball.
Italy.
Was I selling that to you?
Bro, I was like, Jorginho, he's good. I was like,
yeah.
I can do everything. But then he said he can play in 10, he can play what? I was like,
Yeah, that's where you lost it.
From the start, I knew you were talking about Bernardo.
Yeah.
I was like, what? No.
You know who else popped up in my head?
Who?
I thought you were gonna say Valverde
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
as well.
He's getting good.
Yeah,
He's getting
I
very
think he said
good.
rat dog. He is a rat dog.
He is a
He is
little
a
rat
rat
dog.
He's a rat dog.
Absolutely.
And he scores now. He's adding goals.
And for me, Vinicius is already top 10, so
I thought you were going to say
He's
Vinicius.
he's not coming to that
He's
yet.
borderline. Like he's just only because of this last little.
But I would never go away from one of my favorite players, Marco Verratti. I love that.
Good picks all around,
that was a
everyone.
great.
any honorable mentions?
I was trying to think. Usman Dembele was the first thing that came to my head because I was just like,
Yeah. One that came to mind was, it was more a performance than I don't know, my image of them, but it was Gnabry's performance against Tottenham where he scored 4.
He's kind of dropped off now, though.
If you can look like that once,
yeah.
4 goals, and he looked, and all good goals as well. He looked electric that game. I was like, that's someone who, but I felt like he's not that for me now. But yeah.
Excellent, guys.
I'm happy with that.
Really,
I'm really happy with that.
excellent. A lot of howlers.
We
today.
really turned it around.
that last bit of savings,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And if we're fucked if people don't watch the full episode. Because,
if they turn it off after that first segment, we're fucked.
yeah,
Or if they just skip through
Even the
like-
second segment.
yeah, absolutely.
They're turning it off after the centre backs in the second segment.
After left centre back.
Or if they skip and go to the front line, and Son's on the right. They're definitely skipping that.
No, that segment.
Yeah, they are.
No, that segment.
They're definitely skipping that.
Let him shoot. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, share, and subscribe and comment.
And like.
And thank you.
Love you guys.
And
man.
share. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Blah.